This story is about the life of Kurt. Kurt is a really nice guy. He's 30 years old, works as an art director in a medium-sized advertising agency. Besides that, he's just a bit of a lone and weird guy, but his life is good. If only there wasn't this one problem. His house is infested with aliens. And those aliens, they have a mission. The mission is to learn about humans, because they are afraid of what they don't understand and want to destroy it. But it turns out the aliens in Kurt's house are actually pretty nice guys. They want to learn about humans and report back to the huge mothership secretly orbiting the Earth right now and prevent the other aliens from destroying the planet. However, even if they're able to learn about humans, if what they learn is negative, their commanders may decide it doesn't make sense to keep humans around and the planet and all life on it could still be destroyed. So they must understand humans and also find ways to help them become better and stop destroying the planet and each other. Only then would the alien High Council decide it was worth keeping them. It is a race against time. They have to understand and prove humans in just a few days to prevent the alien commanders from laying waste to the whole planet. Our story begins shortly after the aliens landed, made Kurt's house their operating base, and explained everything to him. He knew he had to help these guys, or mankind was doomed. The aliens started with the research right away. They give Kurt special glasses that could read and record what was going on in his mind. As soon as Kurt put on these glasses, the head researcher, a guy called Dr. Whom, grabbed a huge hammer and smashed it into Kurt's TV screen. All the while a big A flashed on one of the researcher's computer screens. It took Kurt a few moments to realize what he was seeing. Oh no, my TV is destroyed. I won't be able to watch my favorite shows anymore. Right after the thoughts shot through his brain, a B flashed on the researcher's computer screen. Doc Hume was still smashing the TV to bits and Kurt got angry. A big C flashed on the computer screens. He was about to shout at Doc Hume to stop when all the alien researchers around him started to cheer. That made the situation even more bizarre. Doc Hume quickly apologized and explained that this was part of the experiment to understand how humans think. He took Kurt's arm and pulled him over to a screen to show him the research findings. Kurt just couldn't believe all this was really happening, but followed along. Doc Hume explained. They had just witnessed the ABC model in action. This is a model that describes how humans think and was created by a psychologist named Albert Ellis. It all starts with A, the activating event. This can be anything. Anything people see, feel or hear, pretty much anything that gets the ball rolling. In this case, the activating event was when Doc Hume started to smash Kurt's TV. Right away, thoughts of how bad this was shot through Kurt's brain, and then the big B flashed on those computer screens. In the ABC model, B describes beliefs and thoughts that result from A, the activating event. So, as he watched the alien destroy his TV, the thought that he would not be able to watch his favorite shows flashed through Kurt's brain. These thoughts triggered C, which are the consequences. Their emotions and reactions. Kurt got angry and was about to shout at Doc Hume that he should stop doing this. Okay, so that's the ABC model that explains how humans think. A, an activating event, followed by B, which are beliefs and thoughts, followed by C, which are consequences, which are emotions and actions. Kurt understood the idea, but not really why it mattered and why they had to test it like that. Doc Hume apologized and started to fiddle with the TV like he was trying to repair it. Kurt sighed and just asked if this model would always apply to human thinking. He felt like he had become angry right away without thinking at all. Dockhum explained. Well, this ABC model shows that thoughts always come before emotions or actions. And here's the big deal. So if you change your thoughts, you can control your emotions and your behavior. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? But now you might be wondering, is this really true? For example, people who are scared of spiders feel the fear right away when they see one. It seems as they would not really think before they get scared. Well, the reason for that is that our thoughts can be roughly put in two categories. Thoughts we are aware of and thoughts we're unaware of. Some of the thoughts we're unaware of are called automatic thoughts. These automatic thoughts are thoughts that come to our mind so quickly we don't notice them, or sometimes are just barely aware of them. We basically feel as if we jump from A, the activating event, directly to C, the consequences, our emotions and behavior, and feel as if we do not have any control over this. This happens to all of us, all the time, several times a day. Here's some examples. If somebody says something bad about you, you might feel angry or frustrated. If someone you like or even love pays more attention to someone else rather than you, you might feel jealous. If you have to finish something in a really short time and you are not sure if you can do it, you start to feel stressed. Before all these emotions come up, there are automatic thoughts that make you feel like you feel. Think about it. If there wouldn't be these automatic thoughts, everyone would always show the same reaction to certain situations. These automatic thoughts make us react in different ways. If all humans would understand this and be able to control their thoughts and automatic thoughts, they could control their emotions and reactions in all sorts of different situations. That would make this world a way better place. Kurt just nodded. He had worked all day and was a bit shaken up by having to deal with aliens and their very unique ways of doing research. He excused himself and went upstairs to go to bed. Somehow he couldn't sleep right away and opened his window, and a cool breeze started to flow through his room. It was a beautiful summer night, and he stared into the clear night sky and things started to make sense. If people could understand that there would always be these thoughts before their emotions and reactions, they could learn to control their thoughts, and so many misunderstandings and so many feelings of anger, frustration and sadness could be avoided. This would truly change the world for the better. This would also make all those humans who know this more relaxed, happier, and give them a feeling of having more control over their life. That was what Dockhum meant about how powerful this is. When Kurt started to feel tired, he had this warm feeling of satisfaction that what he had done was right. He just tried to avoid thinking about the big weird smile of Dockhum, who had already announced some fantastic experiments for tomorrow. Alright, in this story you got to know the ABC model that shows how humans think. Let's talk about this a little bit. Why is this so important? Because if you have control over your thoughts, you have control over your behavior and emotions. And with that, you have more control over your life. People with more control over their life feel happier and less helpless. That's the basic idea. Let's have a look at another graphic illustrating the whole process of thinking, feeling, and reacting that we run through several times every day. The input here is anything that gets the ball rolling. In the ABC model, it's called the activating event. This is always followed by beliefs and thoughts, some of them happening so quickly we are at best barely aware of them. In this case, they are automatic thoughts. But these beliefs and thoughts are inevitable, and that is crucial to keep in mind. So, as a result of these thoughts, you feel how you feel and you act how you act. That's the output. Various self-help techniques and psychological therapies try to alter the path from input to output. Here are some common ones. Some deal simply with managing the mess. Basically, you just learn how to deal with these bad feelings and how to stay under control. This is useful, and there's nothing wrong with that. But how about not having these bad feelings at all? Sounds better? It is. Some techniques like positive thinking try to get you to that point. Basically, you try to replace negative thoughts with positive ones. That's great too. But to replace these thoughts, you have to be aware of them in the first place, which means you're still helpless when you're at the mercy of automatic thoughts. What you learn here goes that critical step further and goes pretty much to the limits of modern psychology and cutting-edge neuroscientific research. You not only learn to change your thoughts, but also your automatic thoughts, and this is crucial. You learn how to identify activating events that trigger certain thoughts, how to become aware of automatic thoughts, and then how to change them. Because you can stop negative emotions before they even come up, you learn how to avoid getting stressed, angry, sad, or depressed. That's what you can learn here. Like thousands of other people before who learned this and were able to live happier lives. If you look for a shortcut to happiness, this is as good as it gets. In the next lesson, we will have a look at different states of mind we humans have and how to get one step closer to become aware of those elusive automatic thoughts.